4 years ago, Julian Assange wanders into the Ecuadorian embassy in London. By all accounts, he's been living in a room in that embassy since then. This is a guy who rose to great prominence, first with a video of helicopters shooting 2 Reuters reporters, a leak of State Department cables. What's he been up to here over the last 4 years?
Well, so WikiLeaks has sort of continued to publish stuff. As Assange has been dealing with his legal situation, he's accused of rape in Sweden. He's disputing the charges. That's kind of distracted the organization, but they really resurfaced in a big way in late July when they published these leaks of Democratic National Committee emails. And now, as we report in Bloomberg Business Week, Assange has been sort of edging closer to Donald Trump and basically seems to be trying to help his campaign in various ways.
That first leak certainly provided fodder to Donald Trump. Debbie Wasserman-Schultz, the former head of the DNC, had to resign. There was talk by Donald Trump and others of an October surprise. Emails, other materials WikiLeaks might release closer to the election. Indeed, we have gotten some emails here from John Podesta and others. What have we seen from WikiLeaks?
Well, so it's kind of interesting. There was this big event last week where Roger Stone and some of the sort of more, I don't know, marginal figures, I guess, in the Trump world were saying that there was going to be this October surprise. Nothing happened. A lot of people freaked out. And then just minutes after the leak of the Donald Trump audio where he's making vulgar comments about women, Assange and WikiLeaks came up with this leak of the Podesta emails. Nothing huge in those, although there are bits of the Goldman Sachs transcripts, which was, of course, like a big issue during the primary with Bernie Sanders.
And certainly emails that Donald Trump is now referring to on the campaign trail. He's at an event in Florida today. There's another event in Florida later this afternoon. I'm curious about what Julian Assange says about the role he's playing here, whether or not he elected to play a role or he's sort of been thrust into it by releasing these documents.
So he plays it coy, and at times he says different things to different people. We asked him, and we said, do you have any special affection for Trump? And he says, I have affection for all human beings, which felt kind of like a sort of wink, wink kind of answer to me. So it's unclear. What we're hearing from people who are close to the organization, follow the organization, is basically that Assange and WikiLeaks would prefer a Donald Trump presidency, maybe slightly. It's not like they're huge fans of the Trump possibility of a Trump administration. On the other hand, it's also a way for them to be relevant. I mean, WikiLeaks at its core, I think, is a media organization, and media organizations they tend to go where they can have an impact. And WikiLeaks sitting on these emails from the Democrats, it's tempting, and they've, I think, given into the temptation to sort of use them to become part of this sort of, right-wing media circus that's happening right now, where you have, Reddit and the Drudge Report and a bunch of other entities.
I think that's what's going to be so curious to viewers as it was curious to me. You associate WikiLeaks perhaps more with the far left than you would with the far right. Why would it be in Julian Assange's interest here to have a Trump presidency?
I mean, some people see it as a betrayal. I mean, Trump is in favor of a lot of things that WikiLeaks kind of at its core opposes. One issue is that, when those State Department cables were leaked, Hillary Clinton was running the State Department, and Assange, I think, feels that she has been pursuing him. And I think there's some question about just how vigorously that pursuit has happened. But he may feel, and I think he does feel, that a Trump presidency would give him a greater chance of getting out of the Ecuadorian embassy. The evidence on that is it's not conclusive, to put it mildly, I'd say.